Woo, baby! This episode of the Devinwade Show is brought to you by the lovely breasts and ass cheeks of the one and only DJ Chelsea Lee. So make sure you go check out the OnlyFans at onlyfans.com/I am Chelsea Lee with the nice breasts.
All right, we heard about the breasts, but what's up with the wig?
Listen, man, this is just what I do.
Why do you have a jerry curl?
You know what I do, man.
Peon Sanders.
Come on now.
Ever since that Soul Glow commercial,
listen,
you've been tripping.
Listen, nobody out there better be walking around with jerry curls. The only nigga out here allowed to have a jerry curl is Mir Fontaine. That's it. Everybody else do not walk around. This like gang shit. This you gotta get initiated before you throw on this fuck. Come on, man.
This nigga
Niggas ain't
swear
like that, man. Come on, man.
Swear you Ice Cube, man. Swear you an NWA, nigga.
It's the NWA show, man, not NWA. You understand that? Come on,
the NWA show.
Mad at me for it. Fuck you, bitch.
DJ Chelsea Lee.
Say you gon' slide on who? Say you gon' slide on me. Niggas ain't fucking with you. I guess they ain't fucking with me. Slide down, no bulletproof. I guess gotta die for free. Niggas be talking this shit, keep the news. Keep on fucking with me. I been on some shit, boy. Run up on me, you get flipped, boy. I stay with them big boys. The only rock around with them big toys. She wanna ride, I tell her hoe, she better stay cautious. And I heard these niggas is weird and they be stalking. I need 30 just for the walking, yes, the walking. And like Rome, I cannot talk it, ain't no talking. One more chance. In them streets, her stomach gon' eat with nothing to eat. I told her hoe she can't put in, she hit the weed. Say gon' slide on who? Say gon' slide on me. Niggas ain't fucking with you, I guess they ain't fucking with me. Slide down, no bulletproof, I guess gotta die for free. Niggas be talking this shit and go loose, keep on fucking with me.
Hey, what up though? Welcome to another episode of the Devinwade Show. I'm your DJ Chelsea Lee, and I'm gonna send you over to the host, DevNasty.
What up? I am your host, DevNasty, aka Devinwade, aka Choke Your Mama Out, aka Choke Your Pop Out. And bitch ass nigga Garnett Briscoe, what are you doing?
I'm just being you at the beginning of the show, that's all.
You always wanted to be me. You know what? I'm not sure if you really want to be me. It looks today like you want to be Puerto Rich.
I think you wanted to be me.
Cause y'all niggas right now, the
honey mustard twins.
the mustard brothers, man. What's going on?
Chelsea is honey mustard. She just because she said she had a yellow hoodie that she forgot at home.
Okay.
She would have been honey mustard. That's Dijon mustard.
Yeah, I'm definitely
Dijon.
Dijon.
And I'm Porter Poupon.
Okay.
But we definitely out here on mustard. We only got the mustard vibes going because we spread on the bread like mustard.
What he said, because I'm not clever enough to come up with something like that.
It really wasn't that. It was that Garnett Briscoe wanted to be you and wanted to follow suit. Is that what happened?
I guess today, man.
So this week your job,
it just was the vibe.
Copycat, clone, fake nigga.
Nah, so why you throwing all of these things on me?
Crazy. New sound effects.
Listen, man.
I couldn't wait to drop that. Blow it out your ass.
Man.
Okay, what are you this week?
Everything. I just started out a new job, wet leisure attendant.
Wait, what is that?
What's going on, huh?
That sounds like you work somewhere near Wally.
I'm a lifeguard.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, because I didn't know what that was.
Yeah, I thought he was coming in this direction.
Wet leisure attendant. I'm thinking you was working with Wally
if you need
somewhere.
some attendance,
you need some attendance. Can you lifeguard?
I could say
Wally Water Kingdom.
Yes. What? Yeah.
Nice.
You need some help? You need some help with that?
She tried to tell you it get deep.
You need some security.
No, that's whack if you saving the other niggas.
Yeah. This ain't.
It's not even you. You just gotta be there.
She gonna have you whipped.
Yeah, she owning the kingdom. She basically telling you the kingdom get crazy wet.
Damn. Yo.
You might drown in there. You got to be prepared.
Listen, I'm ready to die. You understand? I was born to die. I can't wait.
Baptism boys.
You might need your scuba license.
Listen, I'm a marine biologist.
Oh,
I've
that's
been doing
right.
shit like that.
I forgot.
And an underwater ceramic technician.
Right.
But he'll be washing dishes, so that means you'll be washing dishes at the crib after you.
Ooh.
Blow it out your ass.
I could. It depends.
So after you wash the dishes, what do they hear?
What you mean?
What the fuck you? Listen, man. You know you only got one job, man.
Listen. I got other calls.
Sound effects is tricking about.
Nah, you don't. No,
it actually is, yo.
Ain't no other calls on this show.
But yeah,
this is Garnett Briscoe, sit down comedian.
Top Deacon.
Yeah,
Can't
we
forget that.
we know
Yeah,
all of that.
yeah.
And to the right of him is the original Mustard,
Classic Yellow.
classic Yellow, Porter Rich, aka Pineapple Porter, aka Paranormal.
Panamera.
Panamera.
I don't even know if I want it anymore, but we'll still keep the name.
Sounds nice.
Thought it was like Paranormal after like Michael Myers and everything that you talked about with that. You know what I mean? You seem to be an expert on.
Paranormal could, man, listen, I've been through some scary shit. Paranormal could be one. Paranormal Porter.
But we have him, and make sure that you check out Chase Street. He is.
I don't give a fuck.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't. That's a great one for me because I don't.
But Chelsea Lee don't give a fuck about Chase Street. And to the right of him, we have the person that Garnett has gone to lifeguard school to make sure that he could save some of the possible drowning victims.
I'm not
They
saving
don't want
none of
to
them.
be saved.
They don't.
Listen, she has a very nice jacket on. What is that? A blazer? What is that?
Yeah, this is a blazer.
That's
a wool
nice,
blazer. You know, fall vibes right now. Chilling.
Is it made by some
Actually,
super
no, it's
expensive?
something simple. They don't pay me, so I'm not,
Oh, okay. She's going to.
She branded. She on her branding shit now.
Right.
Yeah.
She about to turn up.
Yeah.
She about to turn up.
100%.
I see where you're
Especially
going.
when I make it look good, you know?
And you see what's going on, so you
Right.
pay attention, ownership.
Exactly.
I get it. They gotta pay.
And I make my own blazer, so
So this is the.
I'm not.
She's a
This is the owner of Wild Water Wally Water Kingdom, which is in conjunction with Horny Park. Chelsea Lee over there. Chelsea Lee, can we get him on?
Yes.
Yeah, that's horny. That's a little horny back there.
That's a little
Little
horny.
horn.
No, I just found my sexy voice.
Yeah, that's her sexy voice. How y'all feeling today, man?
Feeling all right, man. I had a long day with DoorDash today, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I
Well-
tried to order Chick-fil-A. It said it was gonna take about 50 minutes. All right, cool. And I had my AirPods connected. I took it off my phone. I put it on my computers. I was doing some stuff on my computer, and I left my phone in the corner. So apparently they got to where I was at probably like 15, 20 minutes early. So when I went to go check my phone, I had missed a call and a message from the delivery driver at DoorDash. So I called back immediately. And, she picked up real sweet. Hey, listen, I'm so sorry.
Patron, anyone?
Of course. Yep. So she's like, I'm so sorry. There were two guys across the street. I didn't want to leave the food at the front where, where you can go and pick it up. I'm like, all right, that sounds good. Thank you so much. Where are you at? So you can, drop the food off. She said, yeah, I'll be there in 10, 15 minutes. I call her back 10, 15 minutes. She blocked my number. So I could only assume
Wait.
that she ate my food.
Stop.
I could only assume that.
So
Because I would have did it.
Because
That's a
she's-
crazy assumption.
Hold on. So she's not going to throw it away.
Exactly. It don't make no sense.
She was
So the
hungry.
DoorDash chick, because you know what? She probably ate it as soon
as
you didn't
it was
answer.
already done.
Because this is Chick-fil-A we talking about, people.
You picked the fry too.
And
Like once you
also,
grab the fry, it's
it's
a wrap.
over.
Bro,
So
that should be Chick-fil-A new commercial is that I don't want to drive DoorDash. I'm going to end up fucking that food up before it gets to him. I feel like that's a good commercial for
But
me.
how
So you're a fry stealer as well.
Yes.
Oh my
I love
God,
french
my
I
fries.
don't
girl.
think you should order Chick-fil-A from DoorDash. By the time it gets to your door, it's cold no matter what. Unless you eat at Chick-fil-A, at McDonald's, whatever it is. I don't even eat fast food like that. But if you don't get the fries hot, it's not worth it. If it's got to come to my house 15 minutes, that fry going to be soggy. It's not the same thing.
Nah,
It's
Chick-fil-A
not the-
got those fries that are like, it could be a little cold and it's still good.
To me, that's
That
my.
Waffle
I
That's,
really
fry.
don't rock with they fries, so I really don't care. It
I
don't
mean,
matter.
I'm
You got to
really
say
not.
drop it fresh.
DoorDash was
drop
just
it
on the
fresh.
news recently for like their drivers like fucking with your fries, taking a fry too
No
on the
way.
way. Yeah, no, really, no, they really was. But it was like one of them spy cameras and like one of they shit. They done set some shit up. But my whole thing is like I'm just trying to think of how does that work because I'm not familiar with how DoorDash and the policies work with the company they work for. Where in a situation like Garnett's situation, okay, you order food, DoorDash, you order through DoorDash, they go get it. but then you don't pick up whenever they say that they was there to deliver. What does Chick-fil-A say at that point? Do they have to return the food?
Oh, like does DoorDash have like a policy, like a grace period?
It has to be
Is
some
there a grace
policy.
period?
It has to be something in place.
I don't think that Chick-fil-A got nothing to do with it.
No, it's DoorDash.
Chick-fil-A don't. So that's who I had to reach out to in
Yeah.
order to get everything rectified. But they was pretty cool about it. I mean, I think technology is amazing. I talked to an agent immediately on the internet. He gave me a fake name, but
DoorDash?
it's cool. Yeah, like I was going back and forth.
And they fixed it.
What's the problem? Yeah, they redelivered it and credit me my money.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
Shout
So you
out.
ain't oh, man, what a winner.
So he missed that part though.
Yeah.
Because I thought this was like a horrible ending.
Yeah.
No,
listen.
it just was a really funny story because it's like, damn, like she blocked me. She could have
Yeah.
just told me on the phone, yeah, you
she
know.
did.
So
she
Listen,
blocked
she should have
me,
just
like,
kept it real
shit.
with you and said, listen, man, you wasn't there and these fries smelled good than a motherfucker.
What did you order?
She can't say that. She would
And
get
I'll
caught.
tell you if she ate it or not.
It was multiple things. I had because I was ordering for myself, Els and Mike. They had got macaroni and cheese. That ain't my thing.
We was just talking about that mac and cheese.
Yeah, but
Chick-fil-A?
I'm not sure if it's good or not.
It's always good.
I don't know, but
He's talking about
cheesy
something
shit.
totally
Oh,
different.
Right.
yeah.
No.
Yo, I
Y'all
forgot
always
about
gotta
that.
put
Yo,
me in
I forgot
sex
about
shit.
that.
Because you said we talked about this before, and
Yeah.
that's what we were referencing.
But I know
The
what he's talking about
Alfredo
now,
or
and
the
I'm saying it's
cheese sauce?
always good. What's the problem? Y'all always nasty.
Listen.
no,
And
you
listen, but
nasty.
hold on. After DoorDash fixed your whole situation, I just wanted to know, did you feel like the DoorDash deacon after that? Like the deacon from DoorDash? Like you
Kind of. I mean,
like you
I was
ran
asking
DoorDash.
for shit.
You feel
Yeah,
like-
because
you really
like
feel bossy.
he wasn't even going to credit me my money back. I threw that in there, so that's a decision that I made.
Ownership.
Oh,
yeah.
calling shots
So
out
yeah,
here.
kind of.
You devoured DoorDash.
I don't know about that, but
That sounds crazy.
I don't know about that. Yo, you gotta stop, bro.
Devoured. It does.
But you did. When the food got there, you was super hungry. You ran through it.
After
We
probably
fucked
like an
that food
hour later,
We
probably.
fucked that food up. Nah, yeah, they listen. They brung that food since I reordered it. It was probably like 15 minutes. That shit got there.
Really?
immediately.
Nah, shout out to DoorDash. They get a free shout out tonight for taking care of my guy. Coming
Fuck
back.
that. They don't pay my bills. They don't give me no free food.
Hello?
Damn.
We
Oh,
done talked about it. We ain't gonna give my shout out on
Good.
top of
Drop
that.
your shit there. Was
DoorDash, I respect it, but send
put
me a
your
check.
bomb on it. You gotta put your bomb on it. Fuck.
Nah.
Blow it out your ass.
That's her new shit.
Yeah.
Blow it out your
She
ass.
like that. Blow it out your ass. Joe.
Dev gotta blow it out.
Listen, my ass is fully healed from the situation
Right.
with the with the fire challenge. That was a long time ago,
He
but
blew that fire
it was
out his
definitely
ass.
it was definitely a painful situation. We just recently heard about, it was Garnett that brought it to our attention. There was a man who fathered 36 at least 36 children through a sperm bank. What was the joint called? It was called like Zy.
It looked like Zynex.
Yeah,
Zytec.
almost like Zyrtex, almost like the allergy pill.
And
I
yeah,
didn't know
almost
how to
look,
pronounce
no,
it.
It looks like almost like Xanax, but not really like Xanet or something.
Yeah, something like
was
that. Fuck them.
I saw Exhibit. That's what I saw.
Zytex. Let's call it Zytex or some shit like that.
That sounds
Accurate.
Yeah.
But this place, had a young man who 14 years ago he deposited lots of sperm,
correct.
and now is the father of at least 36 children
Correct.
across the motherfucking globe.
Right.
The thing about it is they didn't vet this individual
At all.
and they didn't check out his bio, to see if it was real, like they do when you go get a job or something like that. So for his credentials, one, it was
something crazy,
it was
right?
stated that he looked like Tom Cruise.
Correct.
It was also stated that he what kind of degree did he have?
Yeah,
Like he was going to school for like neuroscience or
He
something.
was
like-
basically like Garnett. He had all kind of like astrophysical.
he really did.
He
My
had-
shit is real.
Like he
Oh,
went
What
to
you
like
talking
an
about?
Ivy League and all this other shit. He spoke 4 languages and was pursuing a doctorate in
yeah, but he
neuroscience
didn't.
engineering.
That right
And he
there
looked
was
like
the
Tom
most
Cruise.
impressive. The 4 languages shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah,
What the thing was is that the company, the way they do it is his identity kind of like is concealed. They don't get his name.
Right.
No, they don't. No, they do. They do.
They do. The people don't.
The people.
The mothers don't, but the company does.
Of course, the company does, but they don't put it out.
No.
To
You
the
can't.
people. Right.
No,
So
you can't. That's confidential.
So that's the whole thing. So that's why the profile was so like, just the people was unaware if this was a real thing or not, because they don't really know who they dealing with.
Well, no, you.
The
So
mothers.
when you go, no, you do. So you go and you pick what type of donor you want. So you go through all these credentials and you look like, okay, donor. He was donor 9623.
Right.
So donor 9623 had the
9623, baby.
Had the profile of looking like Tom Cruise.
Right.
Had, was pursuing a doctorate in neuroscience and engineering,
Right.
and also spoke 4 languages. For a mother or a gay couple that want a very educated child, I mean, that's the ideal guy, right? You want somebody that look like Tom Cruise, or
Right.
you kind of want that, little extra oomph. But where they fucked up was the sperm bank accidentally leaked his name. And what was his name, Dad?
And like an email or something.
Yeah.
Chris Aguilas.
They leaked his name and his email
and the mother's
address.
and it was like the mother's like email or something. Like one of the mother's emails. And what happened was they Googled this guy's name, and basically they seen a comment that he said he was hearing voices. And long story short, he has a mental illness and he's currently in the hospital for his mental illness.
He never went to college.
He never finished college.
He never finished college.
Yes, he never finished college. And basically he there's many lawsuits right now. I don't know if they didn't say, I mean, granted it can't be against him, but against the sperm bank that they got the sperm from. But yeah, it's like a big thing right now. And it's just like, my thing is, there's a whole big, you have to go through a whole process to even donate your sperm. So it's like, where did the bank fuck up at? Like, how did you fuck that up?
They was just trying to collect nuts.
He might have lied about it.
Nah.
Because people
But
can
you gotta
easily,
do your, but you
people
have to
can
do
easily
research.
scam though,
Nah,
and he
they-
probably got paid for that. So he probably made fake papers. There's so many scam artists out here cashing fake checks, fucking doing all types of fake shit.
But it takes a while. So it's like a whole process. So when you go, you donate your sperm, and then they have to pick the sperm, right? And then they have to go through that process. And then finally, when it gets donated, it takes like 6 months to a year to even get the check.
They was breezing that shit through.
Listen, he ain't do nothing I ain't never do. All he did was lie on a job application about some shit.
That's what he did.
That's what I'm saying.
That's fucked up. The
He
bank
lied
fucked
and
up.
succeeded.
But that's why the bank is being sued.
Right.
Because, and everybody's repeated, they got all the lawsuits on them because they said at one point, because I was reading like the article that was actually put out by the good brother, the good deacon. He he spreaded us the information, and the article that was actually came out, it spoke on it because the person who wrote the article did an interview
With all the mothers.
First, they did an interview with a health professor. He studies in health law at the University of San Diego, and they the ones that was going back and forth on it. And he was saying that the loopholes was in the bank itself, and he was saying that at one point sperm banks were more strict, and they were more like on every little thing and on all the documents, making sure that nobody could falsify documents and nobody could come in like
That's why
imitate
it takes
and
so
all
long.
that. But that changed though. They said eventually now
The demand is higher.
And I forget exactly why like certain things like changed, but they said now it was real simple. The criteria was real simple for you to go sign up to give out some sperm, and you could just flip your whole shit.
You know why? Because 70% of women are looking for sperm donors. So now women right now aren't just having sex with a person. They rather just do it on themselves. So probably the demand got high.
Listen, Garnett Briscoe said he got y'all.
They ain't gotta go far.
Listen, Garnett Briscoe said he's locked and loaded and ready to shoot something.
I watched that movie 35 and Ticking. Y'all ever seen that movie?
No.
The Kevin Hart movie where that's basically he said that's what he do for a job. he go and sell his sperm to the donor every week. He get a check from them. So he trying to date, and he telling people that's his job.
That shit, listen, that shit is deep, because I ain't gonna hold you. Like, when I was reading into that shit, I just kind of like got a little deep into it, and I was really like glad that you shared it with us, because it really like gets crazy when you start doing, when you start.
people that can't notice, he's starting to sweat. He about to go in on
No,
this. This rant about to be.
No, that's just a little light tequila. But listen, like it really got deep because he really had all these issues. Mm-hmm. He really like had suicidal issues.
Yep.
He had already pled guilty to like burglary and a few other crimes.
Yes.
These was like the real issues that the real person was going through. You know what I'm saying?
And mental illness at that.
Right. But finally, and I'll get to that later. But anyway, he goes and he flips his whole profile. He ends up with 36 children
at least.
In multiple states over in multiple states over 3 countries. Mm-hmm. Right? Now, the whole thing is that this doctor that I'm telling y'all about, this professor at San Diego University, actually got the interview because he did a whole like sound podcast about it. It's a whole it's an audio interview about this where he interviews some of the parents of these children, of the 36 children, and he actually got to interview the guy himself. You know who they got to know some more. You know they got to know some more of, but it was just deep how he was talking about the parents, and now these parents you got parents that like didn't want their child. Because of certain reasons, now they find out he's really like a different race than the race they thought he originally was. The child that came out,
and they want to return on a kid.
Listen, because it's not what you originally wanted. But listen,
they pay for it.
Hold on though.
But it's your kid.
But hold on though. That's what the professor was breaking down. He was like, yo, it gets so deep because now it's like parents are like, you know, left with this option to make in this situation. And then on the flip side of that, the child is suffering because the child got to worry about if I'm really what you even wanted.
Right.
Because you wanted a certain child because you went off a certain profile.
Yep.
Right. But that's just crazy based off of the fact that it's still your kid. It's just sperm so it's half your DNA no matter what. A lot of women got baby pops that they didn't fucking want. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
But that's just
so
why.
Wait, let me ask you real quick. So some of them, I didn't really get in that depth with the, all the interviews. I just kind of read like the synopsis of like what the moms and stuff were saying. But that's crazy to me because now they're looking at their child as like legit.
Less than.
Yeah. So they're basically saying, they said like, hey, now I paid for this sperm and I pay for this because you have to pay a lot of money to get, you know, to buy a sperm to have a child. Like that's very expensive.
Right.
So are they looking at it more of like, hey, I paid this amount of money and now I
don't
don't want
them getting their bread back, but they can't get a kid back.
So wait, what do they want to do with the child? Like what were they saying?
I mean, it was different scenarios. He interviewed close to 36 parents. So it's all different scenarios. You got parents that may have came in looking for like that certain profile. You got parents that may have came in looking for like a certain ethnicity.
So what are they saying though? What are they?
No. This is the question.
Some people was probably cool with it, still moving forward with their child.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because of course, like the author said, like the professor said, he felt more for the children.
Right.
Yeah, but what are the people? See, this is the thing. I could see, number one, it's still your kid. So that part is kind of bugged out. But are you seeing some kind of deficiency or issue with the child, or it was like the kid's behaving normal, everything's normal, and then you just find out that their dad was this?
Well, once his real profile came out, they felt like they already inherited bullshit. He was already like having mental issues. He had suicidal issues.
No. If your
child
kid is already 13 years old and a nigga is doing perfectly good, how are you out of nowhere just talking about some I found out his dad is a loser or his dad is a bum or his dad is a killer or his dad is got mental issues? It won't matter at this point because what you
unless it's affecting him, you're saying.
So and some people probably felt like that though. Some parents probably
and people gotta understand too. You could have Superman as your dad, and the kid could still be fucked up. Yep. You feel what I'm saying?
Fact.
Like,
it's all about the upbringing. But it's good to know, like, ahead of time, like, if a person has a mental illness, because that can be inherited. That can be something that child's going through, and you don't even understand why, you know?
It's genetics.
Yeah.
Right.
So that I can understand that perspective because, you know, you basically bought a child low-key to kind of, like, and you created it, but
Listen,
50% of that
is just
child
too spoiled.
Yeah,
People
and
is just too spoiled. They want to be able to build a child and build a perfect person.
Yeah.
Correct. And that's the lesson
Think
with
that
Chelsea.
money you're gonna buy a person to make a perfect
Hold
person.
on. And this is Chelsea
Definitely
is
not
completely correct because one, we already kind of going against nature as men. We're going to do
Doing
that.
it, yep.
You know what I mean? We're going to do that or whatever. But these people have come up with a term for it. So you've probably heard of wrongful death lawsuit. This is called wrongful birth, which is fucking out of pocket to me.
And
weird as shit.
That's why I wanted to touch on how deep I read into it, because I feel how like Chelsea felt. Like a lot of people was really like getting a karma. Kind of like because you was trying to really like build a baby.
Well,
you was
it
trying
could
to, like,
be.
you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. For some people, I guess, because if you couldn't have babies, that's different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
I
if
was
you
gonna
just
say, I don't think that's
specifically,
karma.
if you, I'm just talking about for the people that like may have
Their intentions
specifically
were,
was looking for like the Tom
The karma
Cruise looks.
isn't on the actual person. It's more so just
On the
on
child.
human race,
Yeah.
period, as us trying to play God in a
I've heard you can
situation
get
that
eye
maybe it
colors.
shouldn't be on.
I just feel like that,
Everything.
like the doctors, the professors in them in that article that we read, like it really put focus on like how these people was going off of the profile. Like, yo, it was
Like how their
it was-
mindset.
man, listen, he had an IQ of 160. He spoke 4 languages. He was in school to get his doctorate degree in neuroscience. This is the shit the people was going off of to have.
Does
Listen,
this cost
it's
more than a
beyond
regular
inherit
person?
these genes.
That's another
Right.
thing is I don't know if there's a price difference on the people, but all of it is based off of like you're trying to cheat the system of life.
Yeah.
You're trying to cheat the system of life.
Unless you can't have a child and you need to take that
No, but
alternative
you're still
route.
no. I understand that part, but no matter what, it's still a luck of the draw. I mean,
It's still like
at
you're
the end of the
building like
day,
a video game.
at the end of the day,
True.
no matter what lineage you come from, there's fucked up people. And there's fucking geniuses from what any lineage. There's fucking talent that comes from any lineage. You know what I'm saying? The people that come before me, it does play a part in who I am, but it's not, there is no direct line to if you have a kid with this person, they turn out this way.
No.
That is not
But-
how life works.
But obviously, some of these parents thought that they
Right.
going off the
Yeah.
profile. They felt like, no, I don't want a ghetto baby. I want a prestigious, big, successful baby.
These
You get
banks
what I'm
don't
saying?
let
Yeah,
that
yeah.
happen.
Let's not lie. If you did have the money and you did have the choice, and this is left and this is right, and this guy has 6 educations or 6 different degrees and whatever, 90% of people is going to be like, I'm going to pick the right side.
I still might shoot for the hood, baby.
But the thing is, they don't even have.
Hold on, give me the
I'm
Lord.
not saying that's right, but I'm saying that's
But they don't even have those options. They're very particular on who they pick.
I think more people on some real shit would go for, if they could just see what the person look like, motherfuckers will go for the looks before they go with the.
Oh, that's
I don't give a
100%.
fuck.
That's
I
why the
don't-
Tom Cruise shit
if
hit
you
so
could
hard.
pick- if chicks could pick what their kid was going to look like, and this is how I really believe, and I'm talking about over 90%. If they could look at 2 dudes, one dude looked like fucking Rick Moranis, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids nerd dude, and another dude looked like Boris Kojo or some shit like that, or looked like Garnett Briscoe, underwear model, fitness trainer, football star. Yeah, all of that type of shit. Movie, porno movie star, whatever he is. If they could choose, they would pick the person that they felt was more handsome when they're picking shit like that, and they'll say, we'll figure out the fucking mental aspect later on. We'll just see what we get out of that. That's the truth. So motherfuckers is just picking off of some goofy shit, and in the end, this is what it is.
Blow it out your ass.
Yeah, your kid's here. And in regular life, you get scammed all the time by dudes. How many dudes act like they was good niggas? How many
All of
people?
them.
How many people got kids with serial killers? All serial killers with kids. They didn't know the fucking dude was a goddamn serial killer. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. They got to cut it.
Beloved, that's deep.
Yeah, but what is crazy is the fuck ups with the sperm banks. I saw before in the Netherlands that they gave a dude's sperm to the wrong family. So you know when they're trying to do what's that, in vitro?
Yeah.
So that means they have
That's
the
it.
husband who's there to give the sperm. But what happened was somebody fucked up with the
They
cup
switched
labeling,
it.
switched it, and what happened was, I guess there's not as many black people in the Netherlands, so it's more obvious that people remember, like, we were in there with a black couple. When the baby was born, it was twins.
One twin was black. One twin was white.
That's
The
hard.
other dude, y'all could Google this, look it up, fact. And there's actually been some updates with the family. When the children was born, it was 2 twin brothers. One's black, one's white, and that's because they have different sperm from the different fathers. It was a dude in the waiting room with them, a family that was doing the same thing, and they fucked that up, bro.
So hold
So-
on.
Was their mom white?
The mom's white.
So hold on.
The
No
fam- the-
disrespect. Like,
The salt and
so
pepper
she got
twins.
2 baby dads.
Yeah, just
Hold
one.
on, wait. So they hold on. Let's backtrack.
That's what I was
So
thinking.
they
Wait, it's 2
implanted
different sperms
birth.
in there?
They implanted both sperms inside of her.
They fucked up and put that dude's sperm in there too, and there's
She trying to have twins?
I don't know.
That,
I don't think so.
Now that,
I don't think so.
listen, I'm suing the shit.
They had a
Yeah.
whole little
Yo,
Oreo.
like,
they had
make
a whole
sure-
little
make
Oreo
sure-
McFlurry.
Listen, so make sure so y'all know that this ain't bullshit. Look it up.
That sounds
Netherlands,
good right now.
you know what I mean? You know, different race twins, opposite race twins, man. Crazy shit, bro. So he's just growing up in a crib, just like I'm the black boy in the motherfucking crib. And you know, you got to think from the father's perspective now. That's wild to sit there and be like,
You gotta raise
damn,
another
there's
man
nothing I
child.
could do about
Right.
this.
That's a
Like,
family
this
with
is
2
eat the
dads.
baby here.
Right.
This is my wife. This is my
Yeah.
this my son, and then there's this
And
other
it's not
kid.
even her fault.
It's nope.
He let another nigga come inside her, man. It is his fault. He should have never opted for that option.
Oh, it's his fault.
It's their fault in general.
No, whoever inseminated
Things happen.
that
People
in
make
her.
mistakes.
People
Shit
make
ain't
mistakes.
always going to be 100% correct.
All right, in the news, somebody else must have made a mistake. Cardi B, we're going to breeze by this. Cardi B, getting a divorce, man, from motherfucking Offset, man.
Mm-hmm. The WAP. Who's going to get the WAP?
She's gonna be
Yo,
single for a little
that's
bit.
actually
No.
a great question.
I was
Let's ask Wally.
I was saying this
Wally,
the other
Only
day.
reason.
as the WAP expert,
Yes.
who do you think is up next? If you just took a guess, use your
If I
psychic.
had to pick for her,
yeah.
if I had to pick for her, let me think.
Let's use it.
A lot of these guys aren't single though. It's not
Meek Mill.
Hell no, he don't deserve the
Yeah,
WAP.
hold on. Wait. Hold
Supposedly
on.
they supposed to be friends though. This
Hold
this
on.
is
That's a nice matchup.
No, but
Nah, it's
he's
cool.
friends with
No,
Offset.
No, he's in the whole
friends with the
situation, though.
Migos.
Yeah,
Let's
we
be
not
respectful
gonna.
to his
Yeah,
situation.
So what's friends in the industry?
Right.
yeah, no. I
Meek
don't
got
think.
a whole situation. Let's be
I
respectful.
don't think
to that.
Especially
We,
when the WAP gets involved.
I don't think she. I think for a little bit she's definitely gonna preserve herself for a little bit. But if I had to choose a guy for Cardi B,
For
that's
the
very
WAP.
hard.
No,
for
say
the,
for the WAP.
Oh, for the WAP.
Yeah, if you had to choose
I
somebody for the
mean, not
WAP.
anybody.
Puerto
can-
Rich. I vote Puerto Rich. You know what I'm saying? I vote Puerto Rich for
You
Cardi
know
B.
who? Now
No.
you know who I vote? Garnett Briscoe.
Oh.
And let me tell you why. though.
What's foul is this? I think I have a great shot. And it's no disrespect to her. I'm
Not
just
at
looking
all.
at patterns. I'm just looking at patterns of powerful women.
Patterns.
patterns
I
of,
agree.
of women, of powerful women breaking up with their dude. They usually choose a regular nigga after that.
I was gonna say that. I was gonna say
It's
that.
usually it's not a lot.
Well, she dealt
It's-
with a regular nigga before Offset, and then she started dealing
Listen,
with
you
Offset.
might be what
She's
you
gonna-
might be what
You
no.
calling DJ Self a regular nigga?
No. She had a whole nigga like in jail.
No,
Oh,
listen.
that was yeah.
Yeah, she had a whole
He
nigga.
might be what the WAP needs.
I'm always what the WAP need. What are you talking about? I'm
Especially,
Fetty Wap.
especially, hold on.
We need
Garnett.
Big
Yo,
WAP.
Fetty Wap.
Listen, hold on. Right now, listen, I'm talking about Cardi.
Especially with this move.
We changed
With
Cardi
this
name.
move,
We changed
She's
Cardi.
definitely getting a
She gonna
WAP.
get with the
Now, hold
athlete
on.
or something.
We changed Cardi name to the WAP just for this episode. And I'm talking about Cardi when I say that. You might be really with the WAP. The only reason I say that is because I know Cardi just so, she's just so blunt.
And she's thorough,
blunt.
super
she's
thorough.
from the ghetto.
Yep.
She's like so real, and she wild. And you like so calm, collective, cool. Like
But
I
he
think
like
that'll
that wild
I
shit.
think that'll really
Can we
like
talk about
mesh.
what really happened though?
Yeah, we know
But
he
we don't
cheated.
know.
What? No, what?
We know.
See, look,
We talk about what we
See,
said.
look,
It
you
happened.
go and
she-
cheat on him.
We all
What?
guessing who
We
she
get-
gonna fuck.
we getting there.
Hold on. What you say, Garnett? What you say?
I say you throwing cheating on him. We don't know that
We know.
yet.
He has a track record
listen,
of
that's-
cheating. I'm 99.9% sure
Exactly.
that he
Exactly.
cheated. And
Exactly.
she's tired of the cheating.
Exactly.
Because she got the WAP.
Exactly.
And he dealing with the dat.
Wait, that just goes to show you no
Dry-ass
matter how
pussy.
wop the whoppy is, niggas still gonna do dumb shit. 'Cause
Right.
dudes cheat for
But,
no reason.
I mean, listen.
Right,
but
Dad?
that's a whole episode.
Why your eyes got big?
What the
Why your eyes got big?
No matter how lumpy the wop is.
Let's get this.
Hold up, listen.
Right, Dev is
I know.
crazy.
Listen, yeah,
Dudes
they
cheat
coming at the
for
men.
no
They coming at the
reason. He
men.
got all this money.
The men are
That's
under.
why he
listen,
out fucking off.
The men
Exactly.
are under attack.
Niggas, listen, it is true. Niggas cheat for no reason, pretty much. Niggas that cheat for no reason. They cheat just to have different butt. That's all it is.
Listen.
It doesn't matter if it's one shade difference, if it's this much, they just want something different.
I love the Migos, right?
The
I love
Migos?
the Migos. I love the Migos. I love Offset. I love Quavo. I love their music. I love
Puerto Rican.
I love what they do for the culture.
Puerto Rican.
I love they
Oh, yeah.
I love they craft and I love everything they do. Salute to them and congratulations to them, right? But right now we podcasting. We podding, right? I'm podcast Porter right now. So my whole thing is like, Chelsea Lee, back to you. The reason why I started it off with who's gonna get the WAP next, in that type of fashion, I started the podcast off because I do feel like from the information that we've gotten, from the information, everything that I've read, this is the second like situation for them where allegedly like Offset is the one, you know, whatever. Where
Well, the first time it wasn't alleged, it was there.
it was 2018. It was the same girl that we spoke about before. She's a super groupie, super poopy.
He's the new Tristan Thompson out here.
Hold on. Selena Powell was one of them. It was another situation where he got into it with another model, all these different models on Instagram. And one model actually came out and spoke and did an apology to Cardi B and to
Right.
Offset
Which is crazy.
on Instagram. I forget her exact name.
No, but I remember that.
Yeah. But basically that happened then. They was able to reconcile that, move forward, you know, with their marriage.
Barely.
Because at that time a divorce was supposedly about to get filed. It didn't. Now they rekindled that, they fixed everything. Fast forward now.
I think he said, "I'm sorry, bruh," to his girl, but continue.
Right, something like that. I mean, you know, they got a lot of ad-libs. I love their ad-libs. Like everything, skirt, yay, yeah, all that. But
This nigga sound like he had something wrong going on. Nigga malfunctioned real quick.
Well, that's how the ad-libs sound. But they're amazing the way they do it. But basically now, fast forward 2020 is happening again, supposedly. It's all these new accusations where he got a new baby on the way with a new whatever. And I guess Cardi B is like, you know, hey, look, I'm crazy, but I'm loyal. I've been loyal. I'm giving you the WAP. And I'm giving you, you know, because she talk about what she do. WAP,
Exactly.
crazy top.
She said
Like-
she wants you to hit that dingly thing that's in
Down
the
her
back of her
throat.
throat.
Hello?
Whoa, that's what I'm saying. Crazy
Ding, ding,
top.
ding.
Crazy top. So, man, listen, it's
Why are you
unfortunate.
still looking at the camera?
It's
That's a crazy thing to say. One of the craziest bars all time.
Listen,
Never heard a bar like
He
that.
imagining it. That's what he's
Nigga
doing.
said.
He's in deep thought.
It's unfortunate for both parties because they got a child together. They really like a real live family. You know, y'all do have a new child together. Shout to the little culture. But like now y'all, you know, we just deal with real life and y'all not no different from us. I'm no different from y'all. This is real life. People running into things. We get married. Like they said, the Migos is probably super difficult for them to keep women away at shows and at events. I'm sure of it.
But when is enough enough?
Real shit. I'm sure it's hard for
I'm
Cardi
asking
too.
you though.
This
Hold
must
on, I'm
have been
asking you
enough.
that question.
You asking me?
Yeah.
No, for a
I'm a
nigga,
whole
enough is
different- I'm a
never
whole-
enough because, like
Listen.
Dev said, they gonna cheat no matter what. The
I don't-
problem
oh,
is,
that's
the
so-
problem
hold up,
is
hold
not
up,
for you.
hold up.
The problem
Throwing that
is,
on Dev.
the
Hold up,
problem-
Wonder
no, 'cause
Woman.
Dev
Dev
said
said it.
niggas
Dev
gonna
said
cheat
it.
I know.
for no reason.
I said, hold on, let's be
For no
clear.
reason.
Let's
For
be
no
clear.
reason. No matter what.
Hold on.
For no reason.
I said cheaters going to cheat for no
So,
reason.
but
Don't
my
say
point
like
is
me.
to
That's
say,
a very big difference. We got to be
Offset
legal
has
here.
so much money. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. She got money. She just had a baby. At that stage, you should be like in a whole love
But that's
triangle
not
with
true.
your kid and your
But that's
it's
not
not
true.
true. But they're so busy.
A broke nigga.
There should be no time for fucking off.
Listen, a broke nigga be
She's
more.
obviously had enough.
But what y'all females fail to realize
Hold
is that.
up.
Listen,
Don't
hold
say
on.
y'all.
No, I'm gonna say y'all one time
No,
because
you're
what
not.
y'all females fail
that
to realize.
includes me.
Look what she just. And I get that, Chelsea. I get that because in a perfect world, that's what we expect.
Right.
We on top of the world. Why would it be need for the bullshit? But that's why they tell you that money can't buy happiness.
Well, it
And
happened
hold on,
too
hold on.
fast.
And a broke nigga will treat you way better, probably, in some occasions, in some scenarios, than a rich
That's
nigga.
why I
that's-
said
that's
the
a lie.
money. The money
That's a
plays a
lie.
big role in
That's
it.
a lie.
The money
Oh.
plays
I've
a
dealt
big
with
role.
somebody that didn't have, and we just had a connection. You know, that was my man at the time being. You get what I'm saying? But he
Right.
cheated. Not once.
I'm just saying
Not
certain
twice.
situations. I'm not saying every situation.
Correct.
I'm
But
saying
it-
in certain situations. I'm just referring to what she said about how they had it all made, and they and she's she thinking how I'm thinking. We on top of the world. We rich, beautiful
But
child.
where's the time to be
married.
fucking off? Like y'all
Right,
should be both
right.
so busy, and
I
it should be
get that.
such a great
Nah,
time.
niggas, listen,
Yeah, they
there's,
fuck off for no
there's
reason.
time
But-
for everything. though.
Listen, I get that, Chelsea, but my flip side to that is that all of that still doesn't
It
equal
doesn't.
happiness.
And honestly,
No, it doesn't.
financial-
Happiness.
No.
Happiness is
But
the
I
key.
don't think it's
My
a
point to
happiness
say-
thing. I don't think it's a happiness thing. And I'm not saying that he's not happy in that relationship. And Dev said the same. Niggas is gonna fuck her regardless. He can be in love with her. He could be whatever. But you are the Migos, and pussy is thrown at you constantly.
So that's
Let's
a
not
big
forget
deal.
she had
Hold
a
on.
baby and,
Well-
and she
well,
got
no, we
married
know
in
that.
the Spanish. The marriage, that's kind of a pressure thing.
No, it is.
It happened
is.
really fast. This whole thing was kind of like,
No, it did.
I'm pregnant, now let's get married, or vice versa. So
Well, I don't think it was her pressuring the marriage. I think it was more him wanting it. He's the one that proposed. He the one was the one that wanted to get married with her.
we don't know, but it seemed like a lot of pressure for it to be done in 2 years, or a lot of bullshit for it to be done.
Well,
in 2
I think
years.
for them, it just made sense. Like, if you think about it, they're both like, on the top. So, and I feel like two people that are on the top.
Trust
and
me, a nigga want to be married. Listen. If a nigga, we got to remember that
I
Cardi
wouldn't
B.
fuck up with Cardi
Let
B.
me tell
I'm
you,
staying with
Cardi
her.
B.
Yeah,
Cardi
me
B. Cardi
neither.
B is was the hottest thing in the game.
She still is.
So she was the hottest thing in the game at the time. The album blew niggas away because people thought it was going to be some bullshit, and it turned out to be basically a masterpiece for what
Right.
that album is supposed to be. Everything around
Absolutely.
her, everything around her was smoking hot. That's already your shorty. It's like, why not? But at the same time, and this is what women do have to remember, like. Now, this ain't necessarily true. This is bullshit, but there's an old saying, and the saying is a man is only as faithful as his options. That's not true. But what is true is that the more options a person has, obviously, it
Right.
usually is more likely. So when women are out there looking for niggas that got the bread, that got this and got that, guess what?
It comes with
Other
the
women like
territory.
you are looking for that nigga too.
That's a
You
fact.
feel what I'm saying?
But
and
our
there's a different pressure on them type of niggas. See, for some niggas, they could talk about like, they never did this or they never did that with they girl, but that nigga probably might not have no options either. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like some niggas is like, we don't know what it feels like to be a Snoop or somebody to where when he walk in a room, all the women in there is like,
You
can
don't
we
know-
please
you don't know how to
suck
fi-
on your penis?
You don't know how that feels, Devin?
Not to be Snoop.
Wow.
Well,
Yeah.
Not
but
to be
hold
Snoop.
on. Let's pause though.
Mhm.
Let's be real.
Not to be Snoop.
Okay, that's Snoop, but you're Devin Wade.
Doesn't. So this is a big difference. I've been in in crazy situations in my life, right? But I've never been in a situation where like I saw like Trey Songz. I seen Day 26 at their peak. Like I threw an event for these niggas like on the night of the what was it, like the, what do you call that, finale of the show?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I threw an event and everything like that in Philadelphia. And when I say I had to physically, me, Don Michael Jr., the staff, security, had to fight women to like stop them from like trying to maul these niggas. You know what I'm saying?
To choke anybody?
You got to like stiff arm them. Like they were acting like animals, bro.
Nigga said, "Now you got to stiff arm."
Yeah, you had to. These men
Like a
look.
real
These
fighter,
men
like
look.
nigga.
These men look petrified, dog. Like they were scared. They were kind of like the girl in the Michael Jackson video when they were
I was
breaking
gonna
through.
say
when-
Michael Jackson.
you know what's
wanna
a
see
good-
something crazy?
You know what's a good example of that and just seeing groupies on that level? Remember the movie Backstage? The women, the things that women were doing, so I could understand why a man would cheat, or I'm not giving him an okay, like it's okay to do it. But we have to understand at the same time, it comes with the territory. And at the same time, we got to understand as a woman, when you're dealing with a man in the industry, these women are very, very aggressive.
Yes.
Like they'll go all the way. They get to your room. all the way. So just imagine you're lit, you're the Migos, you fucked up, you lit,
They
whatever.
get to the room with a twin sister talking about you want double
come
head
on.
from the same
and
face.
I'm not giving him like an okay to do that. But like when you fuck up once, all right. You fuck up twice, come on, bro.
Who was fucking twins? Was that Wiz Khalifa?
So yeah, that's definitely what,
like come on, man. That's like for
the
dudes.
The thing is with this though, so it seems like y'all are agreeing that the cheating, maybe she looked at it and she could like
she could get past that.
Right. So what had to happen to make her not get past it? Because it couldn't have just been.
It might have been the
her
pregnancy.
cheating.
It might have been.
So that's a real rumor.
I don't know if it's a real
thing?
rumor,
I'm sorry.
but
Is
like
that a
I
real
feel
thing?
like if I'm in a situation and my significant other got a woman pregnant, I would definitely feel some type of way because that's just out of line. Because now you're bringing another
that changes
child.
Everything.
It does. It definitely changes dynamics because
the cheating, from what I know and from what I read, the cheating in 2018 was like kind of like prior to them having the baby. After the baby, even the girl who allegedly the cheating was with, she admitted that no, I had no dealings with him after the baby was born. So
I think that helped her.
Yeah, and I can say that they was really, it came off like they was really trying to like reconcile things and make things right.
Okay.
Prior to
But just imagine now she's like, okay, I forgave you back then, but now like you're gonna have a child on me. Like that's a big thing. That's for me. That's the end all be all for me.
That's a real one, man.
Like
that hit home for like.
That's the movie Fences.
That's the movie Devinwade's crib when I was around when I was born.
And listen, I'm not gonna hold you. But I gotta say this. I'm not gonna hold you. I gotta say this though. I love the Migos, and I hate that this happened. But we really do gotta think, like, because me personally, I love Cardi B. I think Cardi B is amazing. Is a prestigious gem from the slums of.
She's a legend.
From the slums of the Bronx, right? The BX. From the BX, bro. Shout out to the BX. My guys is in the BX. Shout out to all my guys out there. But I think she's a precious gem from the BX, and it's just crazy, and you really can't help but think, because it seems like she's been from what we read. It seems like she has been loyal. She's the loyal one throughout this. So it's interesting to find out who's going to get the WAP.
So listen,
who's going to get the WAP?
So I'm going to interrupt this. We don't know who's going to get the WAP, but this is what we're going to do. And I'm going to let y'all in on a secret right now. So Garnett Briscoe, as you just saw, mocked.
I felt that.
Listen, he mocked Puerto Rico.
He's a mocker.
This is what I go through every sound only Saturday. Now, if you are watching this is a sound only Saturday OnlyFans preview.
Exclusive.
It is real. We are not going to be showing we are not going to be showing OnlyFans showing visual episodes on Saturdays. We're not showing visual shows on Saturdays. But
this Saturday
just so y'all can see, on Chelsea Lee's OnlyFans,
Chelsea Lee,
we will have this continuing and so much more that we got planned for y'all, where y'all gonna get to see shit and we're not gonna be censored.
Hey.
So y'all gonna be able to see the Devinwade Show, the Nasty Girls raw, the real way. It was intended, you know what I'm saying? Raw, no condom. You know what I'm saying?
And do not forget about our nasty, smooth, 20-job Jamaican having comrade is having an amazing comedy show.
Yes, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that.
Oh, all right.
So we gotta make sure.
We don't forget about my guy.
We gotta make sure we know that everybody's gonna come out and they're gonna come see us on September the 20th. On September the 20th at Vera Bar and Grill.
Sunday.
2 to 4.
Sunday.
Be
Sunday.
there.
Yeah.
Sunday.
In Cherry
Get
Hill.
there early. Sounds by DJ Chelsea Lee.
Yes.
The Devinwade Show in the building.
Yes. But make sure that y'all go subscribe, free subscription right now to Chelsea Lee's OnlyFans, and you're going to be able to see some exclusiveness.
Free content, man.
I'm subscribing, and that's family. That's family. That's the home. But I'm subscribing. I already know.
That's my baby. You already
know they're gonna get it shaking in that joint.
Like,
but the thing that I wanted you to know, that was a secret. I'm gonna let y'all know about an editing secret. Because we always talk about I always tell y'all, build it yourself, figure out things. And I wanted to make sure that I was well versed in everything. So I just started filming. I'm filming this right now. I just started filming. You know, sometimes B-Rock's not here. And I wanted to make sure that I was able to learn how to do all of this stuff. Video editing, I want to know everything. So in the last week's Sound Only Saturday that came out.
It's a classic.
That came out.
Super.
There was a mistake that was made on either my end or it was Garnett Briscoe's.
On my behalf.
It was on Garnett Briscoe's fault.
It was on my behalf.
And actually, Garnett Briscoe's footage was 100% out of focus. And in order, and I was going to
blurry Briscoe.
yeah.
He was very blurry. We're gonna call him Blurry Briscoe. Y'all didn't get to see that.
Yeah, it was fucked up. And we were going to just scrap the episode. I talked to my people from Talk Heavy Podcast, and they said,
shout out to them.
They said, Dev, everyone knows you for your magnificent quality. You can't fucking have no like blurry looking shit. So what I decided to do is have Garnett Briscoe come in the following morning and re-record all his parts, and we put a COVID-19 mask on him so that y'all wouldn't be able to tell.
Mask.
Yeah.
Sub-Zero.
He did an awesome job.
Sub-Zero mask.
Sub-Zero ass.
All those parts you watched of him moving around is me playing the vocals and him reenacting what he was doing. So if you go back and watch that footage, I think the first one, if you go to 4 minutes and 46 seconds, you're going to see his hand in my shot. And then out of nowhere, he has a cup in his hand.
Yep.
Magical.
Yo, I was watching that whole thing, texting Els like, yo, this shit is too funny. Just watching the cuts, knowing, even every time I spoke, I just know I didn't say those words. Like it would when it was shown.
But the magical part was the way he was just mocking Puerto Rich in real time. There's parts where you see him talking and you can see his mouth. This man really had to mime his words, his vocals. Those are not words coming out of his mouth. That's pre-recorded, and he is moving his mouth even with those stutters and everything.
That shit looked amazing.
It looked real. So hold on. So let's get a round of applause
thank y'all,
for
man.
motherfucking Garnett motherfucking Briscoe. Y'all ain't even noticed that shit.
Listen. I'm something like an actor.
Right.
Dave is something like a producer.
Yeah, I'm something like a producer.
Because that was his idea off of a fuck up that happened, and we came in the next morning, and he's telling me like, nah, like it was kind of like rapping. It was like, yo, catch the flow.
Yeah.
Because I'm doing it in real time, and we kind of breezed through that. I thought it was quite impressive.
Yeah.
But on the parts I was fucking up because we had to break it down. It'd be a long paragraph where I'm talking long form, and we had to break it down into like bars kind of where it's like, yo.
So if you notice the fucking camera's not on him a lot of times, and that's because maybe his mouth is off sync. Like at the end of the day, I'm not really a front man. I'm just a behind the scenes. I'm nobody. I'm just a behind the scenes guy.
You are somebody.
But I'm doing this because I actually was peer pressuring Porter. I wanted Porter to have a motherfucking podcast, and he wouldn't do it, and I had to force Porter to do it by making my own podcast and saying, well, I guess you got to be on my podcast, because my friend, he's not going to say no.
He definitely did.
So that's what happened.
Did.
That's what really happened with this whole thing. But because Garnett was mocking him, I wanted to let y'all in on that. Make sure y'all go to 4 minutes and like 46 seconds.
Is it safe to say that Garnett is like one of the top mockers?
Yeah. He's definitely a top mocker.
That's all that acting really is. It's just like it's a master of mimicking. That's what it is. Like when you get into a character in a role. So like that day kind of felt familiar because I do that with my skits. Like I have to do it by myself. Having Dev here cut down the time dramatically.
No, listen. I want to not to cut you off. I want to shout out your skits though, because you just started them, bro.
And I know phenomenal.
I know from me just being in my music field and in the field that I'm in, I've looked into like just little editing processes on like a bullshit little editing app on your joint. And from that to talking to Dev about Adobe Photoshop and the major shit, like, and I just know how difficult it is. And no bullshit. Like we sitting here playing and joking like, oh, he's a top mocker, mocking expert. But nah, real shit. Like your skits right from the rip, they was pretty in sync.
Yeah, they was hitting from the beginning.
Yeah, they was hitting from the beginning pretty in sync, where I was like, yo, once he like go ahead and like really like
get
his niche with this, it's gonna be like
listen, I can't wait.
That's why I hit you.
I want to be involved in the skits. I want to be a part of it.
I definitely want to be in the skits. We all want to be in skits, bro.
I want to be in a skit.
We got ideas.
Some of the skits will be
gonna make it
naked on the
happen.
OnlyFans. Make sure that y'all
Yes.
subscribe to the
Starring
OnlyFans.
Wally, not me. So everybody,
It's cool. We're gonna get to see why they call her Wet and Wally, Water Park Wally on the OnlyFans.
Oh no, for real, Wally. I wanted to ask you. So I've been DMing a lot of foot fetish people. I might have DM'd you.
Goddamn.
If you watching it, you a foot fetish person, you might have got a DM from me with my OnlyFans. So me and you, we gonna put our toes together. I'm just waiting for the highest bid.
Listen, I'm gonna get the wrestling ring so that we could do this. Everything that we ever said we was gonna do in jest is really gonna happen. Also, the detectives on the OnlyFans will be doing dick ratings as well. So for the fellas that are into that and want to do that, they will be doing dick ratings.
Listen, make sure it's yours.
Oh,
that's all I gotta say.
I don't care if it's yours or not.
Yeah,
As long as the money's green.
Listen, let's be real. Let's be real here, people.
Why? I mean, my whole thing is like to my guy.
Because you're giving other men credit.
Yeah, not even are you only giving other men credit, you paying for them. But listen, because Porter gonna speak Porter facts.
Hello.
Let's keep it 100.
Hashtag that.
If you gonna go do some shit like this, which we living in it. Listen, it's 2020. This shit is waving. Everything waving. 2020. Women in out here. We living. May Allah forgive us all. But if you gonna send your shit in, like and pay.
How do you say that?
Listen,
that's like me saying, in Jesus' name.
May Allah forgive us all. I mean, if you're going to send your shit
Allah, God, have it which way you want to believe it. Whoever,
But send your shit on the OnlyFans.
Pray that he forgive us. But listen, my whole thing is like, like my guys, come on. Like, if you going to do something like that, like, why would you pay for another man meat to be rated? Why would you pay and even why is you looking at another man meat? Because for you to even get a picture of another man meat, you got to look at it.
Well, hold on. It might be a situation like, what is the governor that guy's name?
Oh,
Andrew Gilliam.
Oh, Andrew Gilliam. What's the news on him, man?
Oh, so basically, he was in a scandal like a few months ago, something like that, when he was running for what was he running for?
Governor of Florida.
Governor of Florida.
Okay.
So he has a wife, right? He has a wife, but he was going through this stuff, and it was a scandal where they ended up finding pictures of him with like men naked or whatever, and he said he ended up explaining it, saying that he just was drunk that night, and it was no kind of interactions with him.
What do you mean he was drunk and he just ended up?
Listen, it was him.
Because I'm trying to understand this. I'm trying to get a read on.
I'm just telling you what he said in the article.
Okay,
that's all. And what this is his side of the story. So
okay,
so he's gay.
He was caught with a gay sex worker inside of a room, and they both was passed out. There's pictures of him. So I'm guessing this came out like kind of like a smear campaign when he was campaigning to win, I believe. So he just did an interview, and basically they asked him like, "Hey, listen, like, are you gay? Like, would you consider yourself gay? Like, is this your coming out party kind of?" And he said no, he's not going to identify as gay. He's identified as bisexual.
That sounds accurate.
Okay, hold on.
Because bisexual means that you like men and women.
Right.
So, but here's the kicker.
Hold on. So, they end up asking his wife as well. Like, I mean, because it's a big thing. It should be news 100%. To her. And she said she already knew of that during the marriage, but I don't think beforehand. But she knew of it, and basically, she was like, love comes in different forms. Basically, it's in all of the spectrum. You can't just say, just because this person is this is.
Huh?
She was talking about love and falling in love with him and still loving him. I see. Go ahead.
I'm just trying to figure this out. I'm
it's real.
I'm interested.
So she's basically saying that she loves him regardless.
That's why he's saying he bisexual, because that's why he's saying if anything, he identifies himself. First of all,
because apparently he still loves women too.
Right. He still loves his wife.
Yeah, he's bisexual.
But he never said anything in the interview that they had regarding the speaking about. They already came out and said, they came out and was like, so you identify yourself as gay. They was trying to identify him as gay. Okay. And he was like, no, I didn't identify myself as anything.
Yeah.
I never spoke on this before.
Okay.
This is really like private.
Okay.
But then he said, but since we speaking on it now,
I'm bisexual.
I do identify myself as bisexual.
Okay.
It's
Because
the
of-
action of putting your dick inside of another guy's ass in that moment, is that gay or is that bisexual?
That's beyond
No.
gay.
Let me finish my statement.
You're like-
So,
Let Chelsea
Hey,
talk. Let
really
Chelsea.
quick,
you're a
Porter,
gay
you're gonna
l-
take it back. You're
you're
gonna
a
take
gay
it back.
lord.
Porter.
No, go ahead.
So if you're bisexual, that's two things. Just like the Neapolitan ice cream, right? That's three things. It's a mixture of strawberry, vanilla,
And
and
chocolate.
chocolate.
Correct.
If you're bisexual, it's a mix of what?
Women
Gay,
and men.
being gay with a guy.
Both.
Well, no,
Right?
I don't.
Wait.
I-
Let
that's what I
Chelsea
don't
finish. Let
understand.
Chelsea
Let her
finish.
talk, let her
It's
talk.
a combination of being gay with a guy and then being straight with a woman.
No.
right?
No.
This is a big misconception
Right.
because I'm guilty of this. Where I would say stuff
You
like,
guilty of being bisexual?
no, no, fool.
But I need to know.
No, I said I'm guilty of saying stuff like, no, he's just gay. No, what he's saying is to be gay means to only be a man and only likes men.
Right.
Okay.
At no point does he only like men. He just likes butts, whether they're female butts
Or male.
male butts.
Okay.
So
That's
another
cleared up.
thing I thought was real interesting. So he basically was saying, I guess the reporter might have asked him, does that make you want to cheat more because you like both sex? And he's like, that's not it. But
That was the
basically,
setup.
It was so basically the way he ended up answering, he was like, listen, I won't blame the cheating on that, but what I will say is the playing field is much more wider.
No, absolutely.
No, he didn't say that.
Yo, this
Don't
goes
say
back.
wider.
Wait.
You shouldn't use wider in this topic.
Wait. But that's just that
I
goes
don't
back.
like wider.
That goes back to the
my
question,
theory.
what you just said.
That goes back to my theories where I will always talk about that with coming from a certain kind of household with a gay mom and seeing that it does open that field up. Is a lot of room for a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's double the picks.
It's going to what you were saying, is where the saying, men are only as faithful as their options, but it's like, yo, in his case, he's saying, yo, my options is super
This nigga
crazy.
got options like Mir Fontaine. This nigga got options like motherfucker.
Right sour.
No, but
Get right
no,
sour.
no. But listen,
So-
just the article was crazy though. Like the whole shit Garnett said was like actual facts. Like the nigga was going. The reason all this shit came out is because the reason how it came out is because he was, like Garnett said, he was partying or some shit. They was partying. He ended up in a hotel room with
a gay sex worker, a male.
Gay
That
sex
he said, I know people aren't going to believe this, but I didn't have sex with him or the other person that was there, which was another gay.
He did with the other guy who left the room first.
No. But that's no.
these are the things.
It was three parties. It was
Right.
one guy who supposedly got the room for the two people, which was the governor and the gay sex worker, I believe. And one person got the room for them. And then the gay sex worker, I'm assuming, was dealing with like some type of drugs. I think methamphetamines. And eventually, I think like they thought like an overdose or something was happening, and the police was called. Police came to the room, and they the ones that found. He was drunk, and he was saying that was the only thing he apologized for, the governor. That he apologized for being drunk, saying he gonna go to rehab, but he ain't had nothing to do with no meth, taking no meth. He denied all that. But it was a whole triangle. It was three people involved. It was a whole freaky triangle
Freaky
in
Friday.
politics.
What I will say is this too. So him identifying as that. I know Niecey Nash. Y'all know the actress Niecey Nash. She just recently got married to a woman.
Yeah.
After being married to a man for so long, and that was the first time that I guess people knew of her, sexuality.
And being
And-
lesbian.
Right. So when the reporter asked her recently after the photos and the wedding, they asked her like, "Hey, listen, basically, what do you identify as?" And she basically just said, "Hey, listen, I met this person I was in love with when I first met her. On set of a TV show that she was doing, but she was saying that was just her. like I don't like women or nothing like that. This is
She's
just the
like
soul,
this individual,
right? This soul. So her exact words was something like, what did she say? She said something, fuck, along the lines of she. All right, I forget.
The bottom line is, people listen. Let's stop trying to be so fucking smart. We all know that we're intelligent human beings, right? If the souls of human beings are going to be in males and females. If you just fuck with souls, I respect that 1,000,000,000%. But the soul is going to be in the shell is a male or a female. So if you just say, hey, I'm bisexual, you like the soul, whether it's in a male or a female, that's bisexual. Let's not try to make this deeper, try to be, you're not outsmarting anybody. You know what I'm saying?
So basically it was, they asked her if this was her like coming out party, basically. And she goes, no, this is my being me like party. Where it's like, I'm walking into actually who I am. And I never previously messed with a woman. You know, I had a man, nothing. She just was the one special woman that kind of got to her. So she's saying, without saying, like using soul as like, I guess.
You know what that means though? Because people don't want to be identified as certain things.
Right, exactly.
And I feel like as society, we always want to just put a title on something. Like,
have to.
Oh, you know, this is my wife, or this is my girlfriend, or I'm bisexual, or I'm, you know, trans, or whatever the case may be. And I guess for her, it's not just like, it's not a title thing for her. It's not like, oh, I want to do this because I'm this. Because she might have never identified as that. It's just like, hey, there's this person that I connect with on this level. That doesn't mean like I want other women or whatever the case may be. That's just, I just connect with this person. You know, this person's opposite sex of me. You know, and that's just what it is. That doesn't mean say, you know, I mean, this won't happen, but their relationship won't work. That doesn't mean that she's going to go into another relationship with a female.
What you said is very deep. And not to even be joking on it, because I really feel, seriously, it's deep. But it reminds me of like when Tank said, like, he sucked the dick once, but he don't suck dick.
Yeah, listen,
He didn't say that. He did not say that. Don't throw that on Tank.
Hold on.
No.
He didn't say that.
What he said was that doesn't make you gay.
Oh, my bad.
He said that doesn't make you gay. He never said he.
My bad. Did I fuck up?
He didn't. Tank didn't. Let's be clear on the Devinwade Show. Tank never said that he sucked the dick.
But
it could be very scary to come out.
Tank.
I think it can be very scary to come out. So if you want to come out, stop. If you want to come out and not have a stamp on it, just like, you know, Bill Clinton will always say, I never did that. He never wants to claim that, but we all know it's the truth. Right. So if he claims it one day, we could all point in the face and be like, yeah, you said it. You was this. You stood with it. But if she never really stands with, I'm gay, and then, you know, never and doesn't be with this woman, then, you know, she could still be like, well, I was just experimenting. It was a soul thing. It wasn't a gay thing.
Listen.
But we can't even say that. But we can't even say that though, because like
communities will kick you out. She'll be blacklisted from the gay and lesbian and all that community.
I agree to that. But what I'm saying is, just like as a person in a spiritual realm, and you're connecting with somebody on another level, and they bring something else out on you.
Yeah, they can turn you gay, Tiger King.
Not turn you gay, but like the energy the energy just might be different.
Yo, hold on, wait, this is crazy. Two things at once. She just brought up Tiger King. Carol Baskin is on motherfucking Dancing with the Stars.
So is Nelly.
I mean, Nelly didn't kill his motherfucking husband.
Nelly made hit singles.
Yo, he made hit singles. She did a hit. This is totally different.
On her husband.
That's wild as fuck.
Supposedly.
But all right, just to reel this in my personal Devinwade opinion, people hate using labels, but we have to use labels. Yeah. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, if you want to describe what I'm missing, if I was missing my watch, this is an Apple Watch. If somebody robbed you, you're going to describe, and they look like Garnett, you're going to say black male, you know, beard,
special ed,
Levi's, mustard hoodie, mustard hoodie.
Nigga said special ed.
Yeah. So listen. So when people try to say stuff like, don't label me as black, I'm not black, or don't label me, it's like, I understand the point you're trying to make. Don't get it. It's not a loss in cognitive abilities or ability to think outside the box. We're just calling it what it is. We know that this, if I want to tell y'all, bring my Shure mic, it's this microphone that I'm talking about. So when you say to a person, listen, man, you're bisexual, it means you'll have sex with a man or a woman. If you're saying, I just go off spirits, but you wouldn't fuck a dog spirit, would you? No. I'm asking you if you're saying like, well, if a dog no, you wouldn't. You saying you would only do it with human beings. Guess what? Human beings happen to come two ways: a man or a woman. And ain't nobody have no problem with that. Just say, hey, I'm bisexual.
And
no big deal.
And
someone's
gonna turn you gay.
The
other person has to be gay. Y'all not just gonna both be straight.
Well,
no. Oh, let's suck each other's pussies.
Right. No,
One
but what I'm
person's gonna
saying is, but what I'm saying, I can sit here and look at a female. It doesn't. But in her defense, though, like and I understand what she means because, like I said, she probably won't date
you
outside.
Looking at me.
No, but go ahead. Go what you're saying.
But what I was saying was like I can look at Chelsea and be like, oh my God, Chelsea's beautiful, whatever the case may be. But say if I kiss Chelsea, does that make me bisexual?
Let me ask you this.
Some people,
let me ask you this.
Because some people would never cross that line.
I'm going to end it on this.
I got to see it to say what it makes.
Hold on. Yeah, Puerto Rich trying to make this happen for the fans.
He's such a freak.
Maybe on the OnlyFans we get drunk, we wild out. Maybe it'll happen.
You never know.
You never know. But let me ask Wally this, and I'm going to end this because this debate will go on forever.
Nah, I will.
If your dude kissed a man, what is he?
I'm not going to say he's gay. I'm not gonna say that.
Yes, you would.
Whoa!
You lying?
So
we already talked about
what
this.
are you gonna say? What are you gonna say?
But because y'all, these are two different things, Devin.
If your man,
a kiss
it's
or
two different things.
Hold on, we're gonna move. Listen,
we can't. No, I'm not gonna talk about it because I can't get in depth.
We're running out of time.
We are.
She already landed on it. If your man kisses another dude,
of course I'm gonna say he's gay.
Thank you. I'm done. Now let's move on to the next subject. We gotta leave
Blow
on
it out your ass.
No, they're gonna blow. Well, if they blow something out their ass, it's gonna be weird.
Devin's gonna blow it out his ass.
No, she's talking. She's talking about hot shit. She's talking about hot wings. Nothing else.
Buffalo Wild Wings. Just go on Chelsea Lee's OnlyFans.
No.
He not busting it open.
I'm not busting it.
He busted it open.
He got that duff.
I'm not. No. Why are they saying about my ass getting fat? This is terrible.
Dev's been doing squats, yo. Nigga squats been paying off. Nigga is the squat master.
I don't know nothing about that, y'all.
Listen,
Thank you, Rich.
This nigga new name is Cat Eyes and Thick Thighs.
I don't know what he's doing, but his ass just got fat. He's spreading, girl. We don't know what's going on.
They said Dev been in the gym doing jujitsu.
I don't give a fuck.
Come on, man. Wait. Hold on, wait. I'm trying to take the podcast to a serious topic so we can get out of here.
We can't.
I don't even want to talk about this for a long time because it's actually depressing, man. I want to talk on two things and I want to get out of here, man. It's actually depressing. We're going to get right out of here. Breonna Taylor. $12 million settlement in court. I just want to get quick feelings on it, man, because I know we could go on all day about this. I mean, we know how everybody's been rioting for justice for Breonna. You know?
Go ahead.
Real quick, I'm gonna go ahead and dive on it.
He's sweating, yo. He's sweating.
Nah, I just feel like
we're gonna make it quick though.
Yeah, make it quick.
I just feel like shout to the city where she from and everybody.
That was Louisville, Kentucky, I think.
Shout to them for fighting for it. Everybody who fought for it. 12 million, whatever. Money, cool. It's cool. But Breonna Taylor's still gone. Her family still lost a family member. A
child.
And I don't want to say that something wasn't done because we got to deal with the fact that this was done after what happened with her happened. And it happened. Unfortunately, it happened.
And keep this in mind, too. The settlement also came to what the experts say very quickly after, because they not in court or nothing about this yet. So
right. This is just like pretty much
this
like
is
the
same
civil
year.
joint.
This like six or 7 months.
This almost
Shut
pretty
the
much.
people up.
this almost pretty much, I don't want to say that it is. I'm not saying that it is, but let's consider it kind of like a civil joint. There's just the court case where they received the settlement. They won the settlement, right? And that's cool. Again, 12 million, a lot of paper. But this family still lost somebody. This community still lost somebody to a very unfortunate situation, you know, where they came in on a no-knock warrant looking for like some supposedly drug investigation. Y'all professionals. Mm-hmm. Y'all police enforcement, law enforcement. Right. Y'all professionals. Mm-hmm. Y'all supposed to know who y'all coming in for, what address y'all coming in to, right? Mm-hmm. Y'all coming to this address, right? Of course, her boyfriend start firing at you niggas because y'all out of pocket. I'd fire at you niggas too, right? He firing at niggas. Whatever. He hit an officer. They hit her. Unfortunately, they kill her. Whole situation. Now, shout out to the people that fought for this and won this. But still, I just feel like moving forward from this, like, what's going to be the answer? Because the 12 million is cool.
The 12 million has no, it doesn't mean anything if there's no action after those police officers don't get arrested.
Well, that's
the 12 million is a slap in the face
right.
if they do not arrest the people that killed her.
Not only
period.
that.
There's
not
no
only that,
other conversation.
Not only that. I know a lot of people going out here think, you know, a lot of people like to put value on life.
No, that value don't mean anything.
Hold on. A lot of people like to put value on life, especially our lives. Color people. People from minority neighborhoods and, you know, right. where we from, areas where we from. Like, and a lot of people say, oh, 12 million? Who knows if motherfucking Breonna Taylor was going to make 50 million?
You can run
what she was
going
to fuck what she was going to make.
No, but I'm just saying, like, who's to state her value on her life?
Right, but the value don't even have to do nothing to do with what she was going to make.
Life.
No,
yeah. But
no.
Listen. Breonna Taylor could have just any event that every memory we have, every trip we go on, everything we see, every moment we have with our friends, family, you can't put no
dollar on that. You can't buy that. No.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't trade my life and experiences for $100 million. And that's real shit because I lived a great life with great motherfucking people. I got some of them right here in this fucking room with me. So you can't really put a number on that.
You're a good friend. But $100 million, I might forget you.
What
are you talking about?
But, you know what I'm saying? It's not even about that. But when you stacked up against the law, against the situations that we know that most people walk out of these situations when they go to court for something, these cops been getting off forever.
Way too
with more blatant situations. More blatant Fruitvale Station, like so much shit that's happened that in some cases these people are looking for some justice. Even when it says wrongful death, it's like some kind of admittance of wrong.
Right.
Something. Sometimes people is grasping for something. You know what I'm saying? So I can't necessarily, you know, because some people are upset that they would even settle or take something. But I can't do that because we fighting. It's almost an impossible victory with these situations. Yeah. Almost.
Yeah.
Almost.
What I wanted to point out too is that their settlement was for $12 million. Now there were other settlements. This is like the biggest settlement in like recent news.
Yeah.
Because they're getting almost double what the other families are getting. I just think it's fucked up that I even gotta say that as a term where it's a thing where it's like, yo, like, you know,
they're paying people off.
And that's essentially what it is because they still haven't arrested anybody. They fired the one dude when it first happened, but it's still no arrest. So
but trust me, they don't want to pay niggas.
No.
That money. Hold on, no, they don't. You know what I mean?
I agree with that. I just want to be the voice of reason on both ends of this because I agree with everything Porter said. I agree with everything you said and what you said too. But as well as like the money thing does not replace a life
at all.
I'm sure there's been a lot of situations that we haven't heard of that are just like this where people haven't even got a cent.
No.
Where they haven't got
Absolutely.
the support of people behind them and not downgrading whatever happened. You know, all this stuff.
They doing a fish fry to pay for the fucking funeral.
Yeah, they're doing all this stuff. And I'm sure there's so many other situations where they ran in somebody's house, shot him, killed him. And these people got no money, but because this was so publicized, you know, they're going to get that money. And, you know, however they feel about it, they settled that's their business because we're not in their shoes. So we can't say, they shouldn't have or they should have. You know, we're not there. We can't say how they feel at the end of the day.
And that's basically what I was. Charles. And that's basically kind of like similar to what I was trying to say in a nutshell, which like you can't dictate what value is going to make us happy when you like hurt us and take someone from us as far as a family goes. That's just like something happening to you, Dev Wade. And besides what you mentioned, which is probably the most valuable, memories, spending time together and things of that nature. But I got to keep in mind, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, my man was way more worth than what y'all think is going to please us and is going to get us over this. You know what I'm saying? Like, my man here in the physical working with us is what we wanted. You get what I'm saying? So it's just like a whole, like with that whole shit, I mean, they passed other laws. I think they put like, I think with that lawsuit, it was $12 million. And then it was like a law passed in her name on like canceling like the no-knock warrants. The no-knock warrants
But they didn't pass it fully. They're basically trying to create a law that the no-knock warrant doesn't. Yeah. And they're also trying to pass something in regards to having the police, giving them a perk to live in the communities where they're being a police at.
Yeah, home incentive program.
Yeah, so basically you live there, but you get to know who your community is,
Absolutely.
who the people are in the community.
Which is extremely important.
Powerful.
So
Powerful.
my thing is this though. So, you know, we've all lost people.
Absolutely.
If somebody offered you $12 million to settle the case, or because this seemed like, it kind of seems like them giving it $12 million, that means that they might not get arrested for it. Like,
Right.
That's how I feel.
I honestly feel like the odds go up.
But
by,
they might
by
have not have been
accepting that.
going anyway. So if you saying
So-
what you're saying, imagine this. You know, me as an older man having, you know, a son and
Kids, yep. Kids
you
is
know,
important.
years from now. I don't even want to use mine. So fictitious world, let's just say that parallel universe. I have a child, my child is killed, my child has a child. Do I want to try to set up my child's life with this money? Or do I want to try to fight this cause that I know how it's stacked up against our people, where you know, I have an opportunity to try to collect the victory that I can. That they said that this was a wrongful death. People know what the fuck it really was. You know what I'm saying? People know what the fuck it really was. And I know that, you know, these officers might not go to prison or whatever the case may be. But now I have something to make sure that my child's child can take care of them. You know what I'm saying? That they're provided for, that they have a future, that they could do, you know, people got to make those decisions on a case-by-case basis. You cannot judge what a person would do, because if that was me, I would do this. Well, there's motherfuckers every day that say if that was me, if that was me, I pop the cops that fucking did that. People say that shit, but ain't nobody did it yet.
Right.
Ain't nobody did it.
Those niggas is telling you the story. they literally talking to you.
The family did say, I want to say that the family shout, you know, condolences and prayers to the families of Breonna Taylor. But the families did say that they were pleased with some of the outcomes that have came out thus far as just certain laws being placed, certain things being changed, where this won't happen again to people of this color in these communities and things of that nature. And not only that, but the lawyer, I believe her attorney, his name is Crump. He's the attorney for the whole Breonna Taylor. And he stated that this is just the beginning, that they're going to continue to fight for the criminal charges. Right, it's only the beginning, and they're going to continue to apply pressure to make sure that these officers are arrested and held accountable.
Absolutely.
For their horrific and irresponsible actions as law enforcement officers here.
And I want to make this clear before we get out of here, because we're over time. There was another incident that just happened, and we not on here. One thing I want people to understand, when we talk about something, you know, we are ethnic people. We do live the life and live on one side of the coin. But I'm not a motherfucker that's just out here telling people go out there, murder police officers and all that type of shit, like some of the shit we see. But it is wild that you see that the same what do you want to call that? The same rights, the same
the same lenience that's given to other people isn't given to us, because just recently, and I'm talking very recently, there were 2 police officers killed, and it was sad as fuck. Watch the footage is fucking crazy. 2 police officers shot, 1 killed in Tulsa, I believe it was. And who were they pulled? They pulled over a guy. What was his name?
What was his full name?
David something.
I thought it was Daniel.
Was it? I know one of the officers' name was like Sergeant Craig Johnson.
Craig Johnson, and then it was like a almost like I want to say like an Indian Arabic name, like a force.
I don't know what the name was on that, but these officers pulled over a young man, and he wasn't complying. And in the way that he wasn't complying in the cases where if he would have been African American.
David Ware.
Okay, so David Ware, they gave this dude every chance in the world. No matter how wild he acted, they didn't give him what I would call the black treatment and lay him down. They didn't do that. And it was crazy that he pushed it so far. And even when they tried to, remove him from the car, they didn't do it in the same fashion. You know what I mean? With us, it's straight punching him in the face, twist the arm. They already
They
going
act
there
like
with
they
it.
was scared of him in a sense.
He was a little bit crazy though, because he's like, I want to invoke my rights. And they kind of knew he was right, but they just kept saying, we're going to give you another chance. We're going to give you another chance.
Of course they.
So somebody who acts that calm and is like, yes, they probably were a little bit nervous.
They were scared.
You could
They were
see it.
scared. They were scared because he was a white male.
Exactly.
A young white male who 9 times out of 10, father or mother, is some powerful white person who, and not only that, but is financially equipped to be able to fight for something and fight for rights and fight for what's supposed to be done right. So they gave him, from what I consider and from what I've seen, they gave him a whole lot of leniency.
They just treating him like he was his son.
They gave him
treat him like a random ass
even
person.
though they're being forceful, they're being authority figures, and they're saying, "David, get out the car."
It was like a dad
it
and
was
a son.
different. It was
They're treating
different.
them like they know him.
Right. It was different, and the results
It was
of
different
that
too.
misjudgment.
I mean, but listen, I just want to say, because we don't want this to get misconstrued, because there's a certain way that whole process is supposed to go. And I just feel that they did right until a certain point, because he wasn't really doing anything. The first thing that might have got him in some bullshit to me was when he reached for his phone.
Right.
He went for his phone to call his dad. And that immediately was like, me watching. I'm like, come on, my nigga, don't do that. They gonna kill you now.
Yeah, it's not something.
Now, because prior to that, he was just talking to him. His hands in their view. He tell them, hey, y'all wrong, what y'all doing? Even though they wasn't wrong. Because if your tags is out of date, then that mean, and they temporary tags or they legal tags, if your tags ain't
wrong.
up to date, then that means your car is not registered. Your vehicle is not properly
simply
registered.
saying, listen, we have to tow your
Yeah,
car.
you gotta get out.
And what I'm saying
You gotta
is, if
get
they're
out.
saying we gotta tow your car, you gotta get out, the same leniency was not shown that would be, was shown with him. It doesn't get shown with us.
Never.
And they paid with their lives, because this man turned into, this is not even fucking like a joke or nothing like this. This motherfucker turned into fucking
Man,
John
listen.
Wick. Hold on, because we got to get out of here. We
Go
done.
ahead, go
We
ahead,
done.
Go ahead.
He turned into fucking John Wick. He shot these fucking, these officers, and one paid with their life. And it shows you that the danger could come from anywhere. You can't just assume, because there's a lot of assumptions that a lot of times, this black person is to be feared. So they hit us up being compliant. But it was one of their own, somebody that they tried to look out for. And I want to really say a rest in peace to that officer. And I hope that other officer
survive.
And get is 100% as soon as possible, because we don't wish that on nobody. But just take it as a lesson to understand that could be anybody. Let's keep the rules the same.
for everybody. That's all we trying to say.
And that's what I want to add to end it. This is a lesson from God. This is a lesson from God. God is the all-seer, the all-knower. He knows what's going on. He knows that we get shot for fucking reaching for the proper documents that we supposed to be showing y'all.
Mm-hmm.
We get killed for fucking sneezing when we get pulled over, right? Color people, mainly black people, right? And now you got a white boy, young guy, feel he's privileged. He's talking to you like he privileged. The fuck is y'all doing? Leave me alone. Let me the fuck go. This is out of pocket. I don't care if my tags don't work. Let me go. This is privilege shit, right? And then what do you have? The cops embrace his privilege, embrace the white privilege, right? They keep giving him opportunities, when some of them opportunities, people like Philandro and
Castile
should have received. And other people, Sandra Bland, should have received. And we didn't receive them. But now you gave it to the white boy. And the white boy turned around and shot everybody. This is a lesson from God. Pay attention. Times is changing. 2020. We going to keep moving forward. We not moving backwards. The old shit is old. Out with the old, in with the new. That's all I'm going to say.
And with that being said, y'all, you know, like I said, I hate leaving out on that type of note, but this is just the reality of what's going on. This is what's in the news this week. You know, we joke a lot. This is what, you know, what we do. We podcasters. But shit is real in the world, you know what I'm saying? But we always going to find ways to laugh and everything. That's what we do. We sit down comedians and everything like that. Make sure that y'all go check out Chelsea Lee's, you know what I'm saying?
DJ Chelsea Lee.
You know, OnlyFans, that is the hub for it is the Devinwade Show on OnlyFans, and you're going to be able to see so much content that we're going to be bringing to the table, including the visual like we're seeing today. Don't get spoiled and think that y'all going to come on here and see a visual every week on YouTube, because you're not. You're going to go to the OnlyFans. And
they going to be bad as shit.
Yeah, they are. And the thing is, go on there right now. It's free. It's free. You go on there.
The content that you're going to receive right now is free.
Yeah,
free.
cocksucker.
It's just like PlayStation.
Why
it's like
is she
PlayStation.
talking like she talking to the dude that talk dirty to?
Because there's a lot of people that want me to talk dirty to him.
Oh,
and I'm going to talk dirty to you.
Hold on. Come over here real quick. Hold on. Come over here real quick, Chelsea Lee, so they can see this outfit, Chelsea Lee. Come over here real quick over to Wally D.
Show that ass, girl.
So they can. Hold on. Hold on. You want to play that? Hold on.
Our DJ, bartender.
And all my dogs, they play with sticks, they carry sticks. Yeah. Say gon' slide on who? Say gon' slide on me. Niggas ain't fucking with you. I guess they ain't fucking with me. Slide down, no bulletproof. I guess gotta die for free. Niggas be talking, this shit can get loose. Keep on fucking with me. I been on some shit, boy. Run up with me and flip, boy. And I stay with them big boys. The only rock around them big toys. She wanna ride into the road, she better stay cautious. And I heard this nigga just weird and they be stalking. I need 30 just for the walking, yes, the walking. And like Rome, I cannot talk it.
Yo, this is another episode of the Devinwade Show. Make sure that y'all go sign up for the OnlyFans and all of that, so that y'all can get more content from us. Make sure that y'all come fuck with us on the 20th of September at Vera Bar and Grill, man. We out of here, man. Peace.
Keep on fucking with me. Why these niggas keep fucking with me? Keep on fucking with me.
Fell off the chair.
Niggas ain't fucking with you. I guess they ain't fucking with me. Young boy hot.
That shit right there. Whatever this crease is, as a woman, you always gotta show off this. Whatever this crease is, between that and the booty, whatever that is, right. This crease. What?
That's that Cobra Kai, John crease.
Whatever that is,
John Crease.
My name is DJ Chelsea Lee of the
I know you be right there
Show podcast.
Mentally.
And I got my alter ego. This is Chelsea S-E-E, because you're going to see a whole lot of ass.
I call it that Cobra Kai. That bomb crease.
I'm done with you. What is it called? Wally, let me get your ass cracked.